La la la. Okay, let's see if this one worked. The first one did not work. Aha, here we go. Okay. I think I may have hit private by accident. Yeah, there we go. Okay. I am so well put together today. Can you all tell? It's going great today. Oh my goodness. I was going to come on at 6. That was my plan. And then this episode took me so unbelievably long to edit. It was insane because I had so much that I wanted to get in. And so, yeah, I actually, hi, Caroline, I'm here. I'm only a few hours late, but I'm here. Oh my God, I wanted to be on at 6. And it took me so long to edit because I wanted to get so much in. Obviously, it was a little longer than usual. And I talked a lot longer than usual, which if you watch my reactions, y'all know is a lot to begin with. And I didn't finish editing until like 7:30. That was with the help of Taylor Swift dropping a cardigan in the middle of the day too, because I had to pause for that, of course. And then I was going to go on at 9 because of Big Brother. And I didn't realize that Big Brother was a 2-hour episode tonight, which is like never the case. So then I was late because of that. But here I am. It was such a good episode. We are getting a movie. I am so excited. I know. So I randomly, like, I try to take little breaks in between editing just so I'm not sitting at the computer for hours upon end. And I jumped on TT and I saw that somebody was talking about it. And I was like, is this real? And then I had to source check like 20 different places to make sure. I was like, oh my God, is this real? Is this real? And yeah, apparently they announced it at the Paris premiere last night, which is really exciting. It's funny too, because at the end of my reaction, I was like, I do not see a series happening, like a continuation. I also do not see a spinoff happening, but I could see a straight to Amazon Prime movie deal happening. And that is what happened. I think it is much needed as well, because I thought that we were going to get a time jump, which we kind of technically did, but I mean, they didn't really express that and they didn't show any like much of that. I was firm. Like, y'all asked me last night, what is the thing that you think we're going to see? And for sure, I was like, we're definitely getting a significant time jump, and we didn't. I just finished watching your reaction too. Yeah, oh my God. I tried so hard to shorten it up. I just had so much to say, and I wanted to I try to pause in between the scenes instead of just talking straight through at the end, because I like to say what I am thinking at that moment. It also helps me like categorize everything better, and that way I don't miss anything. But yeah, that was a long reaction, so I appreciate you viewing it. Thank you. So what'd you think? Did you like it? I know you're excited for the movie, but were you satisfied with the finale? I thought it was good. I liked it. I liked it. Gotta pour my water. I feel like this is so redundant. I pour a bottle of water into my Stanley, but it's because I have ice in my Stanley. I usually use my water cooler. Needed to be longer. Yeah, I thought we were going to get at least an hour and a half. I was surprised. I mean, it was the longest episode, right? Let me see. I'll fact check that right now. I'm pretty sure it was the longest episode that we got, but it still surprised me that it wasn't at least an hour and a half I thought we were going to get. And now Dress has been stuck in my head all day. Say my name and everything just stops. I don't want you like a best friend. Episode 1 was an hour. Episode 2, 58 minutes. Episode 3, 56. Episode 4, 57. Episode 5, an hour and 7. Episode 6, 58. 7, 58. 8 was an hour, 9 was an hour and 3 minutes, 10 was an hour, 11 minutes, and 11 was an hour and 19. So yeah, it was the longest one, but not by much. Not by much. I thought we were going to get at least an hour and a half. I think, though, I was talking to my friend about this, and in one of the articles that I read about the movie, it was saying how Jenny was like, I'm so grateful that Amazon Prime is giving me this opportunity to fully, what did she say? To fully explore the ending I wanted, making it possible for me to share the final chapter of my vision, is what she said. I have stated this before in my other reactions where I've read stuff that said the writer's strike impacted this season a lot, because y'all know I love to talk about how the season 3 writing is not on par with seasons 1 and 2. And I was really trying to figure out why that was, because it just felt so different to me. And there are a lot of articles saying that the writer's strike impacted it a lot. And so I have a feeling that maybe Jenny didn't get to accomplish a lot of the things that she wanted to do because of that, and therefore possibly pitched the movie idea, and Amazon Prime was like, hell yeah, you make us a lot of money. Why not? So I'm excited to see what she gets to do with the movie. I agree. I didn't like the Susanna comment about Belly thinking that was the only reason they were together. So I would text my friend to come into the chat, but I think she's sleeping. I screamed about the movie. Yeah, you know what was crazy about that? Like, everybody was theorizing, are we going to get another season? Are we going to get a movie? Like, what's going to happen? I did not in my wildest dreams think that that would be confirmed the literal day that the finale dropped. I thought that maybe we would have the idea toyed around with a little bit, but having it happen on the day the finale dropped, I was like, whoa. Hey, Joshua, how was the event that you went to? Was it fun? I'm sure it was, but was it fun? Did you have fun? So yeah, my friend was talking to me about it, and she's a Conrad. And so I was like, I want your perspective. What did you take from Belly's comment about Susanna being the reason, or like her questioning Susanna being the reason as to why Conrad loved her? And what she said actually made me think, like, and see it in a different way. I was like, okay, that actually does make a lot of sense. She said, I think that was her own thoughts getting into her own head. Like, he never once did anything to make her think that, but she had put so much stock into this story orchestrated by Susanna. And I think she needed to be told that her perception of other people's feelings isn't what she told herself in her own head. It felt out of left field, but I'm also glad it was a confrontation that happened. And so I said a bunch of stuff, and I was like, so she's an unreliable she says she's an unreliable narrator. We've seen her mistake the truth for what was in her own head so many times. I said, so you're saying you think it was more herself arguing with herself and projecting it on Conrad? And she said, oh yeah, 100%. She built up such a narrative in her head, but never bothered to ask why he loved her so much. And seeing it from that perspective, I was like, okay, I can see that. I just feel like the dialogue didn't present that well enough. But I think the comment that she made about like her being like seeing her younger self and thinking that that younger girl is worthy of love put what my friend said into perspective a little bit. I was like, okay, I can see that. But I don't feel like they conveyed that well enough from Belly. And I also feel like Conrad, instead of I think a lot of the conversations this season, again, writing, um, don't necessarily rebuttal the questions that are presented well enough. It's just like a flat answer. So instead of Conrad being like, no, it's not Susanna, it was the fact that I was struggling with my mental health. It was the fact that I couldn't put attention onto this. I love you for this, this, and that. He was just like, I love you. It's not Susanna. I love you. And I'm like, explain, have him explain it a little bit more. So I feel like that whole argument could have been done a lot better. It just didn't hit for me. Holy shit, movie time. The event was fun. I was drunk and spent a lot of money. Yeah, sounds about right. That's usually how my events go too. I'm like, "What? What bank account? I have all the money in the world." Swipe, 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 swipe. Hey, Caroline, been good. That's good to hear. Guys, there's a movie coming. Hey, Lana, there is a movie coming. Spent about 2K on food and drinks for the whole bar. You are a kind person, Joshua. I like to spread kindness, but I don't know if I would spread that much kindness. Good on you, karma. When y'all think it's gonna come out, I feel like the way that they're describing the information that we have makes me feel like it's not even been written yet. I feel like obviously Jenny probably has a plethora of ideas and like a baseline of what she wants to do and where she wants to go with it. But as far as like an actual script, I feel like it's indicating to me that she hasn't started it yet. So I would expect at least a year, if not two. But I could be wrong. I mean, I hope it's sooner. I know there's a lot of people theorizing like the number 14, if you've seen that. And then they were kind of cheeky with the Christmas pictures at the end of the episode. So some people were thinking like maybe we'll get a December Christmas drop. I don't think we'd have one that soon, but they could have kept all that under wraps and maybe we will get something for Christmas. Oh, wow. Do you make a lot of money? Hi everyone. I just finished your reaction video. Hi. Thank you for viewing. Like and subscribe if you haven't. Like and subscribe. Oh, I'm almost at 10K. Remember we were talking about that last night? I jumped a little bit. I actually haven't looked since I posted the video, but I was under 200 away. Yeah, I'm actually exactly at 200. I need 200 more for 10K. Exciting. Guessing the movie will give us the wedding and closer with other characters. I was bummed Belly never opened Susanna's letter. And does Jeremiah ever get the correct letter meant for him? Yeah, Leia. You know what's funny? It didn't even occur to me. There was just so much happening that it didn't even occur to me that Belly didn't open her letter. But obviously, we didn't get a wedding either, so she wouldn't have. But we didn't see a ring on her finger, so they didn't get that far yet. So yeah, I think the letter will definitely be in the movie. And I guess Jeremiah's will depend on how big of a time jump they do, because they're really hitting hard with him and Denise, but I don't see them like jumping into a marriage within a year or even two. So it would depend on how big of a time jump. Summer 2026 or 2027. Yeah, I'm leaning more towards 2027. I heard they did extra filming scenes for show, but I don't know for sure. So I was talking about yesterday all the Benito scenes that weren't in the show. Remember yesterday we were saying like, oh, or I was at least saying like, I think that they're gonna have a lot of stuff with Benito and then Belly break it off. We didn't even see that. We had nothing. We also had like the spoilers of Jeremiah being in Paris and hugging her. That all could have been filmed to sway us into thinking something was going to happen when it wasn't. Or maybe that's stuff that's in the movie. Maybe it's extra stuff they filmed for the movie. I was drunk as F when I spend the money on my credit card. Yeah, that's usually how things go with me too. I don't tend to drink heavy anymore, but when I do, I have not a care in the world. I have not a care in the world. Actually, I think I mentioned yesterday, I went down to Wildwood over the weekend for firefighters convention. And if y'all go to the Jersey Shore or have been to an arcade, crane machines, I am a craneaholic. I absolutely love crane machines. I try to look for things that I actually want, but I don't have to want them. I just like playing them. And Robbie and I, my partner, we had dinner and he was like, I'm going to go back to the motel. And I was like, I'm going to go to the boardwalk because we were at a restaurant on the boardwalk. And I was like, I'll be there in like an hour or so. And I was a little tipsy. I wasn't drunk, but I was a little tipsy. And I was just like, cranes, 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 cranes. I think I spent like $30 on crane machines and I won like this tiny little ducky. And then I ended up going to one of the carnival games. It's like, I don't know if you've ever seen the ones where they have like the holes with the colors and there's like a big bouncy ball and you throw it in and it rolls around and whatever color it lands on, you win a prize. And if you wanted choice, it was $5 and my favorite color is blue. And I was like, screw it. I just spent 30 on a tiny duck and they had big ducks and I was like $5 blue and I won and I got this massive duck. So I came like walking back with this massive duck and my boyfriend was like, "What did you do?" I was like, $5. I don't have the duck in the room. Oh, that was kind of related to Summer It Turned Pretty carnival games. But I won my ducky. I hope we get more Benito and the Paris girls in the movie. I think we will because Belly says, I didn't go back that summer, meaning to Cousins. But she says, like, I did eventually go back. So I think that the movie will fill in the pieces of what happened in between when we last left Belly and Conrad to where we find them at Cousins. At the same time, they could also just do like a time jump and then shoot to flashbacks during that, but I think we'll still get them. Hopefully, another flashback of Susanna. Yeah, I'm surprised they didn't have one more in this episode. One more Susanna flashback from somebody. She did have Jer's ring on her finger. I did not catch that. Like I did not even remotely see that. And Corinne, the girl that I really like that on TT that makes a lot of videos, she made a video on that with a bunch of snapshots and I was like, "Whoa, how did I miss that?" I mean, it's very subtle, but like it's there. It is definitely there. She was wearing it on her right pointer finger, I believe, which I thought was very interesting. Very, very interesting. Maybe Cam Cameron or Cleveland in the movie. One could only hope, Caroline. One could only hope. Gotta go to sleep. I didn't sleep all night just to see the finale. Good night. Get some rest. I'm not going to say I am because look what happened tonight, but I am going to try very, 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 very hard to do another live stream tomorrow night because I'm not going to be on very long for this one. As you can see, I live stream in my bedroom. And so Robbie is not allowed in here. I mean, he is, but I don't think you want to see Robbie sleeping. So I was like, when I'm done, you can come to bed. Yeah, so I was pleased with everything. What did you think? The only issues that I really had were the Belly Conrad fight. I also feel like because that was so important and pivotal to them that it just made like her like I was excited when she was chasing after him and everything, but I was like that made it all like anticlimactic for me. It kind of ruined that for me, but it was still exciting seeing it. I also didn't love the Christmas pictures. What time tomorrow at 9 after BB? You know what? I wasn't paying attention. Oh, my focus today. I just like drained all my energy on the finale and the cardigan. Did anybody get the cardigan in here? is Big Brother even on tomorrow? Because they were having like hour and a half long episodes this season, but tonight's episode was 2 hours. I was like, does that mean it's not going to have an episode tomorrow? Let's see. It says tomorrow. And it starts at 8. I'm gonna try to go on before it because after I'm probably gonna be tired and spent. So I'll try to shoot for like 6 o'clock again tomorrow. Does that work for everybody, or is that too early? Not yet. I might. You know what's interesting? Like she's selling the shit out of these cardigans. Yeah, none of it's sold out. I am in shock that not one size is sold out, but I think it's like she's really hardcore promoting dinner time for you. Maybe we'll do like 6:37. Because what I do like to do is, even though Big Brother starts at 8, we have what is it, VOD, video on demand? Is that what it's called? Where you can pause it. And I like to pause it and like let it run for a little bit so then we can fast forward through commercials. So I don't have to necessarily be there at 8. Yeah, I'm so shocked that these are not sold out yet. Not one size. I don't think I've ever seen a cardigan go on sale and have not at least one size be sold out within like an hour or two. They're all still there. But I think that's also because it's for the new album, and it is including a box set with the CD. And she's trying to promote her stuff. I commend her for that, which I like. It's also awesome for the fans because to not be able to get it is like, that makes me so sad. Like I hate seeing people when they're like, oh no, I missed it. So this is like a good shot for everybody to get it. Do I have to go on the Canadian website? I believe that you do. Let me see. Canada. Yes. And they all still have the sizes as well. No. Would you like to visit your local store? No, stay here. Yeah, the Canada website has all the sizes still too. They are only available until the 19th though. What's today? The 17th? Yeah. So they're only available until the 19th at 12 a.m. So just make sure you get it before then if you want it. Also, I am, not to promote this, but I am a huge FOMO person. I have learned my lesson with other things where I wanted the folklore lithograph from the Christmas drop last Christmas. And it is a major FOMO for me. And I saw it and I should have just bought it, but I got so mesmerized by like all the other things that dropped and I didn't get it and it sold out. So ever since then, amongst like a few other things, I just buy. And again, it's not good to promote this, but I just buy. If I think I want it, I buy it and I think later because they have a really good return policy. You like majority, I don't think I've ever not been able to return something. I think like the guitars, if you remember the guitars she dropped, I don't think you could return those. I didn't get one of those. They were a little too expensive for me. I really would have loved the folklore one, but it was too expensive. But like 99% of her stuff you can return. And if not return, if it's not shipped yet, you can cancel the order. So, a lot of people had a lot of trouble trying to get the small size in the cardigan because the link wasn't working, and they bought mediums. And then once the small started working, they were like, "Oh my god, what do I do?" And I'm in a Swiftie group, and I was like, "Just cancel it. Even if you go to cancel and it says you can't, you can message customer service on Taylor's website, and just say like, this is my order number, I want to cancel it. And I'm not kidding, I've done that 3 times now because I bought vinyls for my friends when the original vinyls dropped, and obviously like they're still up, so I canceled them. And I am not kidding, within like seconds after they were like, this is the order number, and I said yes, and seconds after I sent that email, they immediately refunded me. I got my money back and shipping and everything. If you cancel it before it's shipped, you will get refunded the shipping as well. If you return the item, sometimes they don't refund your shipping, but they have a really good cancellation policy, so, or return policy. So like if you get it and then like a week from now you're like, maybe I shouldn't have did that, you can refund it and get your money back. Again, maybe not the best thing to be promoting, but I am a buy it and think later kind of person, because I hate thinking like, oh, I should have got it and I didn't. I'm in love with this cardigan. I know this is a summer I turned pretty chat, but oh my God, Jason Richard, you son of a gun.
I thought that might be good for the live stream.
I hate you. Oh my God. I am sorry for whoever's eardrums I just burst.
Like 3 times you could see my face.
Well, you know what? Thank all of you, by the way. There's 20 people in here. No one told me there's a man in my window.
I kept doing it so subtly, I don't think people could see it.
Oh my God, you literally gave me a heart attack. I hate you so much. I hate you. That is my brother. Oh my God, did any of you see him? I am so sorry. I'm so sorry if I blew out your eardrums, because oh my God. Okay, well, this is going to go on my channel. So after the live is over, he was in the window right here. His room is right next door to mine, and his face was in the screen of the window. I have 3 brothers, then you understand what I'm going through right now. Oh my God, he scared the shit out of me. His freaking face was floating around in the window, and I saw it. I'm the youngest too, Caroline. Little sisters. you definitely get it then. Oh my God. I feel like I'm gonna have to put a trigger warning on this now. I'm literally gonna deafen people. That scared the shit out of me. I hate him. Anyway, I'm over here chilling, talking about my cardigan. I'm excited. Oh my God. Anyway, so yeah. I know this is summer I turned pretty chat, but I'm really excited for my showgirl cardigan. I think it looks gorgeous. I love it. I love the color. I love the sparkles. I think it's beautiful. Very, very fall. I can hear him laughing. He's talking to Robbie about it right now. I could literally hear him saying to Robbie that he scared me. It's stupid. Anyway, so the show. I was hoping a new song in the show. I was too. You know, I knew that like it was definitely hardcore clowning to want that. I knew, like, I think deep down I was like, it's not gonna happen, but I still was really, really pushing hard for it. I wanted it so, so bad. Again, even if it was just like a little snippet of a new song, oh, I wanted it so bad. I thought it made sense too, because we have 2 weeks left, a little over 2 weeks, maybe in the movie. Yeah, I think definitely in the movie, because the album's going to be out in 2 weeks, and we know that Jenny loves to use Taylor songs, so it'll definitely be in the movie. But I thought that maybe we get like a little snippet of something as like a single release. But she has not released a single since Lover, since she released Me. And I think that if you know the background of what happened with that song, Spelling is Fun, And then people, for some reason, like, I love that part. I don't know. Hey kids, spelling is fun. I like that part. I thought it was cute. And apparently a lot of people didn't and got really upset and mad and like bullied her basically into taking it out of the song, and she did, which I don't understand why it happened, and I still don't understand why she did. But regardless, it happened. And ever since then she never released a single. So I think a lot of people are like, she's scarred from me. She's scarred from me. She will not release a single because of what happened with me. So I was like, I don't think we're going to get a single, but I thought The Summer I Turned Pretty would push her to release a single. I didn't know that. Yeah, so again, I don't know why. If you look it up on TT or even YouTube, I'm sure you can find videos on it, but there was, do you know what part I'm talking about? In like, did you see her in concert? I didn't. One of my lifelong regrets is not getting Eras Tour tickets. I didn't become like a hardcore Swiftie until the Eras Tour. I'm an Eras Tour Swiftie. Until the Eras Tour really kicked off. One of my best friends is a Swiftie, and her really good friend is a Swiftie. And they kept like trying, three of my friends did. A lot, my two friends didn't get to see her either. It was really hard to get tickets. It was really, really hard to get tickets. But yeah, that's one of my lifelong regrets will be not spending an absurd amount of money on Eras Tour tickets. But yeah, in the song "Me," she goes, "Hey kids, spelling is fun," and a lot of people didn't like that part, so they took it out. She took it out. You can't find it if you listen to it on Spotify. It's not in there. It's on the Lover Live from Paris vinyl. I don't think it's on the Lover vinyl. Because again, it was the single, and it all happened before the album got released, but it's definitely on the Lover Live from Paris vinyl. But yeah, I don't know. And then Folklore dropped, and that was a surprise, so we didn't get a single. Evermore was dropped, that was a surprise, so we didn't get a single. Midnights, she didn't put one out. TTPD, she didn't put out. She put out singles promoting the albums, but not prior to the album releases, I should specify. Viewmaster's reactions, get out of my chat. I apologize to those whose ears were damaged. LOL. I am going to work so you're safe, so please enjoy. For those, I don't know why I'm about to do this, but I guess I'll plug it. For those of you who don't know, my brother Jay, who was just creepily staring in my window, is Viewmaster's reactions in the chat. He does reaction videos as well. He is actually the reason that I started doing reaction videos. He started during COVID, or actually before COVID. And during COVID, I started helping him edit his videos. And I was like, this is really fun. I could do this too. And I started doing it. So yeah, go check him out. He's good. He does not watch The Summer I Turned Pretty. I tried to get him to watch it, and he started watching it, and he wasn't focusing, and he was like, I have to come back to this. And then I was like, maybe you should just watch it on your own and not react to it. Considering, I don't know, I think he would be a Team Conrad, actually. So then he would probably be safe from the fandom. My last concert was Brett Kissel, was this year, Canadian country artist. And before COVID, I saw Backstreet Boys in Toronto. I also saw Joshua Bassett last year in Toronto. That's awesome. Brett Kissel sounds familiar. Robbie is really into country. Backstreet Boys, I would love to see. And Joshua Bassett, High School Musical series, always holds a special place in my heart. Robbie's a huge country fan. So we have tickets to go to the Barefoot Country Music Festival in Wildwood, New Jersey in summer of 2026. And we also just scored Riley Green tickets for summer of 2026, front row. He loves Riley Green, and he was like, I am willing to drop money on this and splurge. And I was like, that's all I need to hear. And I got into the fan pre-sale, and I got front row tickets that also come with a meet and greet, which I thought was really, really cool. I know who that is. Yeah, he's awesome. I really like Riley Green. So we have front row tickets. We have a meet and greet. It comes with like a signed poster. It had like this whole crazy VIP package. It was really cool. But I've never been front row for a concert before. I've been second row for The Head and the Heart. That's one of my favorite one of my favorite bands. But I've never been front row, so I'm excited. That'll be fun. That'll be fun. But yeah, go check out Jay. So there's like 18 people in here. Is anybody else going to say anything? I only say that because there have been a few people in my comments that don't agree with me on a lot of things, which is okay. But you never talk in the chat. But then you'll leave a comment and you'll say like, I was watching your live stream and you said this, this, and that. And that's fine. If you don't want to say anything, you don't have to. But if you want to, you can. I won't fight. I'm not a fighter. I'm a lover. Oh, hi, Suhas. There you go. Hi. Hello, hello, hello. I think they are all asleep. Maybe. That's okay. Still counts as viewers. I do that all the time. I'm not judging. I do that all the time. I'll go into TikTok lives or TTs, and some people will just like not say anything, but some people will be like, "Hi, so and my name on TT is Star Chef Productions," and I'll jump in, and people will be like, "Hey, Star Chef," and I'll be like, "Oh, they saw me. Now I have to say something." What was everyone's favorite part of the episode? What was my favorite part of the episode? There were a lot of good moments. What was my favorite part? I liked when Conrad gave Belly the sand from Cousins. I don't know if that was like my favorite part, but it was definitely in there. I really or surprising part. Yeah, one of my favorite parts was when he gave her the sand from Cousins. I talked a lot in the episode about paralleling different scenes, paralleling different moments, and I think that that clearly paralleled forgetting her birthday or forgetting her birthday. Because she even makes a joke where she's like, "So where's my gift?" And he's like, and she's like, "I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding." But that, and like you can see she really doesn't care. She's like, "I'm just kidding. It's fine." But he really did have a gift for her, which was cute. And it was a meaningful one, and it was a thoughtful one. And I like that he also kind of tied it to himself, where it wasn't just like, "I got you sand from Cousins." He was like, I it also gave some insight into him and what he was feeling during his time away, right? Because he spent a lot of years away. He cut ties with everybody, he didn't talk to anybody really, and that felt really cold and it felt really distant, and a lot of people were upset about that, like in the show and outside, but in the show. But he was able to kind of explain like it wasn't just that I wanted to stay away from everybody. In their talk later on, he says, I felt like I was kind of punishing myself. I felt like I deserved it. And when he gives her the sand, he says, when I was feeling homesick and when I was feeling like I was missing everybody, I would look at this. And so I figured that when you felt like that, you could look at it too, and you could feel like you have a piece of home. And I thought that was really sweet. I thought it was really insightful. The ending was a big surprise. The ending of like them going to Cousins, or like her running to him and like saying that she loves him. I Do you feel like there's something up with those Christmas pictures that we're missing or that I'm missing? Maybe it's just me. I like I counted. If you saw my reaction, I literally counted and I think it was like 7 pictures of them sitting at a table or no, 7 pictures of them in bed and like 14 of them sitting at a table. 7 and 7. See, was I like double counting? Maybe I was like some of them that I was counting, I was just like they were like sliding up and to the sides. So maybe I was just like counting them again, but I definitely got 7 and 14. And I was like, that's a lot of pictures. Hi, Meredith. I'm late to this live stream, so this was probably touched on. Meredith, I was late to my own live stream, so it probably wasn't. But I loved that we got to hear Belly's thought process behind why she couldn't admit her feelings to Conrad. It's interesting you bring that up because we actually did touch on that. That was one of the few things. I did not interpret it that way until I talked to my friend who gave me that interpretation. And I was like, okay, I can see it like that. Because I was just like, why is she saying that Susanna is the reason that Conrad doesn't want to be with her? It doesn't make any sense. And my friend was basically like, we know that Belly is an unreliable narrator. And I feel like she is projecting her own feelings of that being the reason onto Conrad. And I was like, okay, I could see it like that. I think if I'm assuming that's the part you're talking about. Hi, Kelly. I think there's a movie coming out. It was just announced. There was. There was a movie announced. It was announced at the Paris premiere last night. We don't have an announcement date yet, but we do have confirmation that it has been greenlit. Yep. Hey, Haley. Hi, Jessie. I was excited to see your reaction to the Summer I Turned Pretty finale episode. And I just want to say hi. How's your day going? Thank you. My day's going well. I'm a little drained just because I had a lot of coffee. So I'm coming down from my caffeine high. I know it sounds funny saying this, but I exert a lot of energy into doing reactions when I do them because I'm really focused. I'm talking a lot. I'm giving my opinions. I'm animated. I'm excited, and then I sit and I edit, and it took me hours to edit this. And then I had to catch up on laundry because I wasn't home over the weekend. So the entire hour and a half that I was watching Big Brother, I was doing laundry the whole time, running around putting it away. So I'm a little tired right now. I'm excited to go to bed. How's your day? They making movies. Yes, they are, Alicia. They're making a movie. It's interesting you say movies. Do you think it's going to be more than one movie? Or do you think it's going to just be one? Because I instantly thought trilogy, but I don't know if they would do that because this is what keeps getting me. Chris and Lola have such bright futures. They have so many things happening for them. And I'm not sure, like, we know that or I can't remember what the name of the movie is, but Lola's coming out with a movie soon, I believe. Chris was just on Broadway. He's doing a plethora of commercials. There's a whole bunch of stuff happening for the two of them. And I don't know if they would necessarily want to be tied down to more than one movie for the Summer I Turned Pretty. At the same time, they're getting a lot of money for it. And that is what jump-started their careers. So I would think they would also be loyal to it. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know if they would do more than one. I use my voice a lot at work too. Yeah, I don't realize until I'm done, like, mainly the live streams because the live streams are so consecutive. Like, when I do a reaction, it's like an hour, maybe 2, and then I'm done. But the live streams, and even with that, I'm watching and talking, watching, talking. The live streams, I'm just talking. And then after the live stream, I'm like, ooh, like my throat. That was a lot of talking. The last 4 pages of the book, or is it 2? The last 4 pages of the book, or is it 2? That cover the wedding? I think it's just 2. I would be surprised if it wasn't I would be surprised if it was even 2, honestly. I think it might just be 1. The wedding, yeah. Oh, actually, you know, I have it right here. Let's see. I literally have it right here. I want to say it's just 1. I don't know. It might be 2. Say my name and everything just stops. Oh, I'm into the letters. No, you're right. Okay, so a couple of years later, it's 1, 2, 3, 4. But can you see that? So it's like a half. It's like a half a page. This whole page. This whole. There we go. This whole page is Susanna's letter, and then here Susanna's letter ends, and then the rest is I'm not 30 yet. I'm 23. I'm almost 24. Yeah. And then the next, so like about a page and a half is Susanna's letter. And then about 2 pages is the end of the book. Oh my God. I am super behind in the chat because I got a call and your brother's scared. Oh, sorry. And your brother's scary. You scared me because I'm just listening. Good old AirPods. What a brat. Oh my God. Oh no, caffeinated cat lady. That's the worst. Oh, I'm sorry. I apologize for him. He is a brat. He actually is the brat. All jokes aside, he is the brat. It's me. I'm the youngest, and then it's him. He's the middle, and then we have an older brother. And he is the brat. I love him to death. I really do. I love both my brothers. They're my best friends. But out of the 3 of us, why am I putting up 2 fingers? Out of the 3 of us, he is the brat. He is the instigator. He's the jokester. He's the one that's always causing trouble. So I'm not surprised he did that. Brat. Did you see him? You didn't see. So you didn't see him because if you got freaked out by my scream, you didn't see him in the window. I don't think anybody saw him in the window. Jerk. I agree that only 1 movie should be enough because Chris and Lola should be able to move on to bigger projects. I wish so much for their careers and future. Yeah, it's very time consuming. Movies take up a lot of time, and being able to film in certain locations will prevent you from doing other projects, right? We had a lot of that with Euphoria. A lot of the cast of Euphoria was saying that like they couldn't do certain, like Jacob Elordi, he was in a bunch of movies and he was almost not able to take certain things because of possible filming for Euphoria, which ended up not even happening. Like, did that even start yet? I don't even know. It's ridiculous. They should not do it at this point. At this point, it has been way too long. They should just scrap that last season. But yeah, having to be in certain locations will prevent you from doing other projects, and that would suck for them. That's cool. My day is good. It was my birthday. Oh, happy birthday. Happy birthday. Yeah, and I turned 15, so my day was good. And yesterday I went to the movies. There's to go see Freaky Friday 2, and it was funny. I had a good day. I want to see that. I haven't seen that yet. I wanted to watch Freaky Friday, the first one, again, because I haven't seen it in a while, and then go see Freaky Friday 2. I was so excited when I heard the second one was out. Yeah, happy birthday, Haley. I want to see Freakier Friday. How was it? Yeah, I love that they got the 2 of them back. Lindsay Lohan. I love her. She's doing a lot of Netflix movies now. She does one what is it called? It's an Irish movie. It's like Luck something. I can't remember what it is. And obviously Jamie Lee Curtis is just a masterpiece. But I watched this. It came out like 2 or 3 years ago, and I watch it every St. Patrick's Day. Let's see. And it's actually a good movie. Like, it's cheesy, but it's good. Irish Wish. I should probably have remembered that. Irish Wish. Oh, it came out in 2024? So I guess I've only watched it for 2 St. Patrick's Days. But it's really, really good movie. It's really cute, and she was in it. Yeah, Irish Wish. Thank you, Carolyn. Did you like that? I thought it was cute. I liked it. I didn't love she came out with the Christmas one. I just saw it and I don't remember what it was called. But the Christmas one that she just came out with in December wasn't that great. There was also another Christmas one that she came out with a few years ago, like about like a ski slope or something, and she loses her memory. I love it. I saw both. I like the one that came out not last year, but the one before. That one was really good. I watched that one too. What is happening? I was watching your reaction. Hey, meme. We're talking about Lindsay Lohan, which has nothing to do with the Summer I Turned Pretty. I saw them all. Yeah, she's good. I like her movies. Yeah, we're just talking about random things. We're all over the place. But I like that because you guys are matching my energy. It's good. It's way funnier than the first one, but it was good. I love Freaky Friday, and thank you for telling me happy birthday, Jessie. Thank you. Of course. Happy birthday. I like that it's good. I'm excited to see it now. I love comedy movies. I go from one extreme to another. I love comedies and I also love horror. Horror comedy, right up my alley. But I love a good comedy because I love to laugh. So yeah, I gotta put that on my radar and see that. But yeah, so that's what we were talking about, ma'am. So we were talking about the last chapter in the book and how long it was. I might see it this weekend. Yeah, that would be a good time. Should we read? Do you want me to read what it says? I'm so surprised. Yes, please. I'm so surprised that we did not get a Susanna flashback. Okay, so we have Susanna's letter. And after that, it says, "Oh, Susanna, if you could see us now, you were wrong about a couple of things. I'm not 30 yet. I'm 23, almost 24. After Jeremiah and I broke up, he went back to live in the fraternity house, and I ended up living with Annika after all. Junior year, I studied abroad. I went to Spain, where I did have lots and lots of adventures. Spain is where I got my first letter from him, real letters, written by his hand, not emails. I didn't write him back, not at first, but they still came once a month, every month. The first time I saw him again, it was another year, at my college graduation, and I just knew. My young man is kind and good and strong, just like you said, but he doesn't kiss me like Rhett kissed Scarlett. He kisses me even better. And there's one thing you were right about. He does have the last name Fisher. I am wearing the dress my mother and I picked out together, creamy white with lace cap sleeves and a low back. My hair, my hair that we spent an hour pinning up, is falling out of the side bun, and long wet strands of hair are flying around my face as we run for the car in the pouring rain. Balloons are everywhere. My shoes are off. I am barefoot, holding his gray suit jacket over my head. He's got one high, but not too high, heel in each hand. He runs ahead of me and opens the car door. We are just married. Are you sure? He asks. No, I say, getting in. Everyone will be expecting us at the reception hall. We shouldn't keep them waiting, but then again, it's not like they can get started without us. We have to dance the first dance. Stay by Maurice Williams and the Zodiacs. I look out the window, and there is Jer across the lawn. He has his arm around his date, and our eyes meet. He gives me a small wave. I wave back and blow him a kiss. He smiles and turns back to his date. Conrad opens the car door and slides into the driver's seat. His white shirt is soaked through. I can see his skin. He is shivering. He grabs my hand, locks my fingers into his, and brings it to his lips. Then let's do it. We're both wet already. He turns on the ignition, and then we're off. We head for the ocean. We hold hands the whole way, and when we get there, it is empty, so we park right on the sand. It's still raining out. I jump out of the car, hitch up my skirt, and call out, "Ready?" He rolls up his pant legs, and then he grabs my hand, "Ready." We run towards the water, tripping in the sand, screaming and laughing like little kids. At the last second, he picks me up like he's carrying me across a threshold. If you dare try and belly flop me right now, you're going down with me, I warn with my arms tight around his neck. I go wherever you go, he says, launching us into the water. This is our start. This is the moment it becomes real. We are married. We are infinite. Me and Conrad, the first boy I ever slow danced with, ever cried over, ever loved. I love how I did that whole thing flawlessly and then messed up on like the fourth to last word. The first boy I ever slow danced with, ever cried over, ever loved. The end. I just realized I was commenting on the wrong one. If you see my comments on there, that's fine. Helps the algorithm. Belly is with Benito at first, or at least believed to be, but we learn they broke up several weeks later. Yeah, I think Benito says it was 6 weeks. It was 6 weeks. I'm not sure, like, I wonder if we're gonna get context with that too, because I was saying earlier that there were a bunch of scenes that that the Summer I Turned Pretty posted on TT of Benito and Belly doing things together that we did not see in any of the episodes. And it did definitely give like coupley vibes, but he was saying, or Gemma said that he's smitten with you. And Belly was like, no, 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 he knows the deal. As if like we're not a thing, we're not a couple, we're just kind of like hooking up. And when they said Gemma was like, or it was Celine was like, she dumped him. And Belly kind of laughs and he's like, oh, it's like fresh. It was 6 weeks ago. I'm like, were they actually dating, or was she just joking like she dumped him kind of thing? But yeah, I wonder if we're gonna get context to that in the movie. Oh no. I think it's not as good as the movie, but I wanted her with Jake. Oh, you're talking about Freaky Friday. So the movie will be the epilogue, and this was the ending. Yeah, I guess, but like we just read the epilogue is just what I read. It's super, super, super short. They get married, they wave to Jer, they run into the beach. So there's definitely going to be a lot added. They are infinite. Yeah, there was time passed before the haircut. I love her Paris friends. I think the Paris friends are really fun too. And I love how they just like embraced her into their little pack. Like they all mesh very, very well. So the Christmas in Paris at the end, do you think Conrad brought Christmas there and visits her over time? I don't know, because they were definitely in Paris for that. What I thought was interesting is that, again, like there are a lot of things that when I'm doing a reaction watching the episode, I'm just reacting as to what I see. I'm giving a lot of thoughts and opinions. I talk a hell of a lot. And then I get to kind of sit with the episode and think about things. And it occurred to me that we never saw Belly with anybody else. She never went home. And then when she finally did go home, it was with Conrad or to cousins, but that's like one of her homes. It was with Conrad and the house was empty. No one was there. And it was so bizarre to me while I was editing it because like we have the moment where like everybody's cheersing and Jeremiah and Denise hold hands and Adam's popping champagne, go figure. But like everybody's together. And then it's like Belly and Conrad arrive at cousins and it's just them. And I was like, this is so strange. Like, and then we ended with the Christmas pictures and it was just the two of them. And as I said my reaction, I was like, I was waiting to see like a big family Christmas picture. So like, it was just bizarre. Why? And we have Laurel was like, I miss Belly. Why does she not go visit Belly? Like, is this how many Christmases did she spend without Belly? I don't know. I feel like at some point she'd be like, let's go visit Belly. It's just weird. Yeah, I didn't like that. It felt weird to me. Just because like I get that Belly talked about pillars and trying to find herself and everything. I get that. But she still talks to Laurel all the time. She still clearly needs her mother and all. And I just find it weird that she never went home yet. She didn't go home for 2 years. And like none of them came to visit her. Well, Taylor came to visit her. But like I would think that John and Laurel would want to go visit her, especially for Christmas. I feel like they are waiting for people, LOL. Yeah, I kind of felt like that too. I agree, Nat. Yeah, I feel like the house was empty. They were maybe the first to arrive and everyone was going to come after kind of thing. But I don't know. At the risk of sounding negative, it felt it felt I feel like from the beginning of the series, Belly has kind of been in like a little bit of a fantasy world, right? I've described Jeremiah and Belly's romance as like a fantasy bubble. They're both like dreamers. I always felt like the Conrad love and lust was like a big fantasy for Belly because it was ever since she was little, she dreamed him up and she loved him, right? And so now they finally get together and they admit their love together to each other rather. And then it just felt like they were in a fantasy bubble still. Like they spent Christmas together, but no one else. They were shown at the cousin's house with no one else. It feels like they've like secluded themselves from everybody. And it felt kind of weird to me. There's probably time passed after they get together. It's hard to tell. Oh, it definitely because Belly says I didn't go home that summer, but I eventually did. So at least a year passed because her birthday is in the summer. And she didn't say like I did the next year. She said I think she said I eventually did. So I don't know how much time exactly has passed. I'm sure he proposes while she's in that dress. I expected Conrad to send a pic of Laurel, maybe to Laurel. While she's in that dress, in the yellow dress. In the yellow dress at the end, you're saying, right? See, I expect him to send a pic of Laurel. I would expect them to be there. That's like I just feel like Belly's family and friends are very important to her. So I would think that it would be like a big, like he would make a big thing of it, but maybe not. The Ghost with the Most. I like that name. I literally just finished watching the finale. It was so stupid, but honestly, it's exactly how we all knew it was going to end. My biggest issue is Conrad is creepy. It's genuinely weird how he can't get over Belly. It's not healthy, and him constantly thinking about her is weird, is odd, not romantic. I had a similar opinion about this yesterday. I don't want to say that he's creepy, but I get the creepy vibe. Like, I get perceiving it as creepy. I honestly, like, I really hated Conrad in season 1, and I always say I did not like him in season 1, I grew to understand him in season 2, and I think ever since I started to, like, empathize with him, I stopped seeing him as creepy and a jerk, but I still am critical of things that he does because I am team Jeremiah. And I went into this a little bit yesterday where if they had shown him date someone else, attempt to date someone else, if they had referenced like a lot of people are saying, well, him and Agnes had a thing. I didn't get that from their relationship. I got that Agnes wanted them to be a thing. I didn't get that they were a thing, and if they were, they didn't emphasize it enough. I feel like they needed to show that he lusted after Belly and was so in love with her so much that he tried, like, he kept saying, I tried everything. He literally said in this episode, I tried everything to get over you. I tried everything to not love you, and I couldn't do it. And it's like, did you though? Like I made a joke in the reaction where I was like, he really did. We saw because like he was trying. But like I feel like if they had showed him trying to move on with someone else, trying to be in relationships, trying to date, and then he just like still couldn't do it because nobody compared to Belly, that would have made it a little more understandable for me. But the fact that he just for 10 years was like belly, 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 belly. Again, like I wouldn't use the word creepy because I don't want to insult him, but I see the creepy tendencies. Just like I say with Jeremiah, I don't think he's manipulative. I see the manipulative tendencies. I don't think he's creepy. I see the creepy tendencies. And I don't think that a lot of the things that they did in this episode helped that. Um but at this point I just kind of like I feel like I just accept things because it is what it is, and I mean, like, that's the story they wanna tell, I guess, but that was probably my biggest problem with Conrad's devotion to Belly, is that it does come off unhealthy. Like you said, it's not healthy, it's him constantly thinking about her, it's a little weird. It does perceive as unhealthy when it's just, like, so belly, 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 belly all the time after so long. Mm, 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 mm. I didn't really need Staler fighting and making up again. I feel like it was repeating things. Yeah, I think it was funny because they're like the comic relief, or at least Steven is, right? Steven's like the comic relief. So I feel like they kind of made a lot of their fight into jokes to put comic relief into the episode. I didn't mention this in the reaction. I also liked how the entire episode there's just like chaos around Jeremiah, absolute chaos, and he is cool as a cucumber. Like, he's freaks out in little moments, but he handles it and navigates it so beautifully and so well, and I love that for him. And so it was kind of funny watching Steven and Taylor like fight around him and like have him just like pulling out a roast and like doing all these things. But I think what they were trying to do was parallel Belly and Jeremiah, with Jeremiah taking the job and not telling Belly. So they paralleled that with like Steven taking that job and not telling Taylor. They just love paralleling things. So I think that was the goal for that. But yeah, I mean, they had to incorporate them somehow, I guess. And they had to get them all to San Francisco, apparently, for some reason. I thought she sees everyone and kind of catches up. I thought there would a wrap up conversation with her and Jer even. Yeah, that's what I was thinking was bizarre. Like, she didn't talk to anybody, like not one of them. She didn't even talk to Taylor. Like, I guess a few people. I didn't stop. Usually I pause, but I didn't. I didn't stop to see who texted her. I know John and Annika did text her happy birthday, but there were a few others. But like, she didn't even respond. Everything will be figured out in the movie. Hopefully, yeah. Anyways, I'm off to bed. I got work early. Good night, everyone. Good night, Caroline. Have a good night. I meant of Belly to Laurel. Oh, like Belly sent it to Laurel, the picture to Laurel. I don't think it was bad. Belly has loved him forever as well. Yeah, but Belly, I feel like, is a little different because Belly has had like the little girl crush on him when they were younger and romanticized him as a teenager, and then like it developed into love. Conrad started loving her that summer and then just like never looked back, but like made that into a detriment to himself at the same time. So I feel like for like Belly, it's like long lost true love. And for Conrad, it just doesn't feel the same to me. He has anxiety and depression issues. Oh, yeah, we know that. We know that. But I don't think I don't think that has anything to do with the reactions that he has. Like, just because you have anxiety and depression doesn't mean you can't date other people. Jessie, I went to McDonald's and they had the BTS members' toys. If you don't know what those are, there is a Korean band and I love their songs. I just need 2 more of those toys. I do know BTS. I like them. I don't listen to them often, but I do know that I like the Butter song. Smooth as butter, you're undercover. They're good. They dance really well. I was listening to their songs today and I love them, but that's what I did today. It was fun. I'm a huge music person. I will listen to music all day, every day. I love music. It's interesting that Connie never told Jer about the cheating. Yeah, I gave up on that. Again, there's like there's a lot of things that I feel like I've talked to death that I just eventually end up throwing the towel in and giving up on it. Conrad telling Jeremiah about Adam's cheating was something that was like extremely important to me and I really wanted to have happen, and then it never did, and I was just like, whatever. I'm not going to harp on it anymore. It's clearly not going to happen. So I'll just stop complaining about it. I feel like I complained enough. I don't understand how they didn't think that that was an important conversation to have. I don't understand why they felt the need to not have Jeremiah know about it. I don't know. I don't understand why there was never closure on that. I mean, that kind of ties into like, again, like I felt like as much as I liked the ending and I liked the episode, I still got an element of feeling like Belly and Conrad were secluding themselves from everybody, and it felt very separated and weird. And that kind of ties into it, right? Where like Belly knew about that Conrad knew about that. Neither of them told Jeremiah. Kaylee gets involved with the wedding, and Belly still doesn't think like it's a good idea to maybe let Jeremiah know about this woman. It's just like strange to me. It's like, I don't know. They have all these like little inside jokes, and not that that's a joke, but like these little like inside secret things, which like can be cute. But when the secret is your father cheated on your mother with his secretary while she was dying of cancer, it's not that cute. It's not a cute secret. Good night, Jessie and Dobbie and everyone else. Good night. Where's Dobbie? Dobbie, what you doing? You in the closet? Why are you hiding? There's beds in the closet, and she likes them. I think a way better ending would be Belly and Conrad not getting together. You shouldn't. Oh, there you are. You were under there. That scared me. Sorry. I think a way better ending would be Belly and Conrad not getting together. You shouldn't spend your entire life obsessing over one person. Yeah, I there are definitely come up here. There are definitely love stories where it's like, that long lost love where people loved each other in the past and then they come back together and they find each other and it's sweet and it's romantic and it's lovely. Like that's definitely been a thing. It's definitely happened and it's definitely worked. I just feel like they that's what they were trying to do with Belly and Conrad, and it just wasn't executed properly in my opinion. Like I don't think that you shouldn't spend your entire life. Well, okay. I agree that you should not spend your entire life obsessing over one person. I don't find a problem with being in love with one person, like having love for that person and yearning to find your way back to them. But that's a good word that you used. I feel like while Conrad's not trying for it to be that, and while I think that they're not trying to portray it as that, it comes off as obsession. It comes off as obsession. Again, because we never see him in any other relationships. We never see him attempting anything else. And he is willing to like blow off his conference. Again, he was like, it's the first day. It's just like meetings and discussions and stuff, but he was willing to blow that off. He was willing to blow off the job that Agnes got for him. He's like, when it comes to Belly, he's like he'll fall on a sword for her, which again sometimes can be very romantic and sweet, but then there's like a borderline of where like, is it romantic or does it start becoming like a little too much? Like you if you love somebody, making sacrifices for them is one thing, but walking into oncoming traffic for them is a whole nother thing. And I feel like that's what it feels like with Conrad. Like it's a little too much. It's a little too much. Everyone texted her but Jer. And that moment where she was checking the message in the bathroom, it seemed like she was waiting for a message from Jer. But she seemed upset looking through, but I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. Let me say. She was getting like a lot of bing, 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 bings. So it might just have been piled up. And Mame, did you see that she was wearing Jeremiah's wedding ring? I was watching a TT and Corinne pointed out when she's in bed with Conrad, Belly's wearing the wedding ring. Now, the song in my head went from Taylor Swift's Dress to BTS Butter, but the only line I know is smooth as butter, something, something undercover. So that's what's happening in my head right now. Annika, bonjour. Happy birthday. Dad, happy birthday, Bean. Love you very much. Steven, happy birthday or whatever. Happy birthday or whatever. When are you coming home? Taylor, happy birthday, bitch. Who's that one? Sky. Oh, Sky. Sky texted her. Yo, cuz, happy birthday. Yeah, I don't know. It could be that. It could be that she was looking for Jeremiah. It could also just be that it was a lot of important people in her life that were reaching out to her, and like Steven said, when are you coming home? So it got her starting to think about home, getting her homesick again. But we also didn't see a text from Laurel, so I wouldn't put too much into the Jeremiah thing. Like, I don't think it's a bad thing that we didn't see a text message from Jeremiah. Like, I don't think that means that he didn't text her or isn't going to, because we also don't see one from Laurel. But I could see her thinking, hey, I didn't get a text from Jeremiah yet. The Summer I Turned Pretty, I liked it. And the thing that I learned from The Summer I Turned Pretty was Jeremiah learned how he felt about Belly and how he really loved her. Yeah, I like that too. He mentions to Denise that I think it might be okay to be alone. She was gonna give up Paris for me, and I was gonna let her because I didn't want to be alone. And so I think he's definitely starting to have growth and realize the issues that were there. Adam and his champagne. The amount of TTs that I am seeing of Adam, them making fun of Adam and the champagne, is cracking me the frick up. Oh my God, I was livid with the. There was one where it was like Adam walking into Belly and Conrad's wedding with the champagne, and it's like a guy popping bottles. Oh my God, Adam's gonna be bringing champagne to every freaking family function for the unforeseeable future. Yeah, but that's not the story. It's a first love one. But see, my issue is, now again, this is just my opinion, but I don't feel like it's a first love story because there was so much that happened before their relationship. Like, I feel like a first love story is like you fall in love with this person, they fall in love with you have a romance, and then something separates you. Belly was hardcore in love with Conrad. He treated her like crap. We all know why, but he treated her terribly. She dated Cam, broke it off with him, started hooking up with Jeremiah. Conrad kissed her, and then they dated. So it's like, I don't know. It just doesn't feel like that sweet kind of a first love story to me. Not that their love isn't sweet. It's just, I wouldn't categorize it as that. It doesn't feel like that for me. I think Conrad tried to move on. It's not like he went to cousins at Christmas to make a move on Belly. He didn't see that coming. Yeah, no, and he says that. He says, like, I didn't know I was gonna see her there. I don't think he tried to move on though. That's my problem. Is I don't like he says that he was trying to move on, but I don't feel it. I think he was making attempts to, but I don't think he was trying as hard as he could have been. I think that he maybe thinks he was, but like again, we see the therapy session with him and he doesn't ever mention Belly. He's thinking about it in his head, but he doesn't mention it to his therapist. We never see him in a therapy session again after that. He never is seen dating anybody else. Every time she's mentioned, he like freezes up and tenses up. He cuts off ties with seeing anybody at cousins because he might run into Belly. It's just like, I don't know. Like, I feel like, again, I think he was thinking that he was trying to move on, but he wasn't really trying to move on, in my opinion. They weren't going to repeat him ending up alone again. This is a story about hope, but they see forcing see for but they are maybe they weren't going to repeat him ending up alone again. This is a story about hope, but they are forcing Jared and Denise so bad. You know what's funny? Like, I 100% did not see Jared and Denise working. They convinced me this episode. I don't think it was forcing. I don't think it was forcing at all. They actually, like, naturally had that happen, and their chemistry kind of works. And I was really surprised. And I was like, okay, I'm here for it. That's what I learned about Jeremiah from that show, and I'm happy that she chose Conrad, but I wasn't ready for it to end. Well, it's not ending. We get a movie. We are getting a movie. They acted like the cheating didn't happen. Someone said it's a ring with a small heart on it. I don't think so. I saw a pretty good close up, and it looked like that ring. They acted like cheating didn't happen. Are you talking about Staler? Staler. Let me see if I can. It's here. Yeah, no, that's not a heart. I mean, granted, it's tiny. We all know the ring is tiny. I don't know. That looks like the ring to me. To be honest with you, I did not even think about it. I didn't I try to be as observant as I can, but I didn't notice, like, I wasn't paying attention to Belly's hands. But I didn't notice it until someone pointed it out, and I was like, "Oh wow, that does look like the ring." Belly ring. Yeah, no, that looks like the ring to me. So, if you look up a picture of her ring, it's not a heart, but it's almost like like the diamond, which is a circle, but then there's like three little, almost like a triangle, like boop boop. I don't know what I'm trying to do here, but boop boop. So I see how someone might think it's kind of the shape of a heart. That definitely, I look up a picture of Belly's ring and then look up it's right at 59 minutes and 5 seconds. Like, obviously you don't have to do it right now, but 59 minutes and 5 seconds. It's when right after they sleep together and she's like laying on top of him and she's going like this with her hand, and you can see it really well. Looks like a ring. Yeah, I don't see it honestly until I went on Reddit. Honestly, I think that ring is part of her now and really sweet, hence why I wanted another conversation with them one last time. Honestly, I don't know. I am so confused, but it does look like it, but I am not sure. Yeah, I'm not like 100%. Obviously, I mean, it could be another ring, but it like 99% to me looks like that ring. And this was kind of what I was saying yesterday. Mame, I don't know if you were in here with like how when Jeremiah and her in season 2, like she was so desperate to get him back into her life. when she was dating Conrad, she was making sure like, or wanted to make sure that Jeremiah was okay because that was important to her. After the wedding ends, it's important for her to have that friendship with him, have that relationship with him. She, regardless of whether she's in love with Jeremiah or if she just truly loves him a lot, she cares about that boy. That boy is important to her, and it is a very important relationship for her to have. So it wouldn't surprise me if she kept the ring and just like, wore it, because it's a part of her. Madison the movie. I know we're getting a movie. I think that's exactly the problem. The writing makes it feel like that Belly and Conrad are obsessed with each other, especially Conrad. That's what makes it not work. If it was just them being into each other a normal amount, it would be fine. Doing things for people you care about is good, but there comes a point where it's so much it's not healthy. Yes, I 100% agree with that. I think it's they emphasize it too much, too much. It's, again, like there's a difference between being in love and being like, guys, like relax. Like I it's just, I don't know. It's even like, I love that she chased him at the end. I love that she found him. And I thought it was really cute how she was like in infinite worlds, every version of me would pick you. I just, even with that, like that was a cute line, but at the same time with her being like I choose you. It almost looked like she was panicking. It didn't look like she was like, I need to confess my love. It was like, oh my God, I'm losing this. Like, I don't know. It's the way that and it's not them. Like, Chris and Lola are fantastic actors. It's the way that these lines are set up to where it's like, it feels more like they are just afraid of losing each other than they are of not being together, if that makes sense. Oh, I broke a nail. That's fun. It's like completely broke my nail. Yeah. I'm sure he said to Agnes he's still seeing a therapist. I feel like he did mention, was it to Agnes? There was a reference to it, but like he didn't the entire time he was at the summer house. You know what I mean? Like, he was there for, what was it, like 4 to 6 weeks? They never showed us, like, and again, like, you don't have to go to therapy every day or every week, but again, if you're actively trying to go to therapy and trying to work through your anxiety and learn coping mechanisms for your panic attacks, and you have blatantly acknowledged many times that belly is a gigantic issue that contributes to those things. We've never seen him talk about it in therapy. He skipped therapy for almost 2 months and then claims that he's trying to do everything in his power to move on, but can't. It's like, but are you really utilizing the tools that you say you have? It doesn't seem like that. Ugh, I really don't like Adam at all because he's just a dumbass to me. And I really didn't like him through the whole shows. I just didn't like him. I don't know why, but that's just me though. Oh, I know why, because he's horrible. I will say this, and I've said this in my previous reactions. They've made Adam more comical this season, with like, as annoying as he is and as much as I want to like kill him, unalive him. They've at least made him more comical this season, and so that he is funny with certain things, but like, ugh, he really is horrible. Sorry, my autocorrect. That's fine. She has to hate on Conrad to get there. No Adam cheating. No Adam cheating? Gemise. Jeremiah Denise Jamise is kind of cute. The actors did really well with the small time they were given and convinced us, but it did kind of feel like a bit shoehorned in. Like I feel it needed more build up and time. Yeah, I think they did a really good job with the time that they had. It I think again, like as I was saying prior, there are just a lot of things that instead of critically looking at this or like giving it an actual opinion, I have to give it a summer I turned pretty opinion. Does that make sense? Like in any other world, in any other show, I'd be like, yeah, I felt a little rushed. But I feel like I've had to alter the way that I view things and have opinions for this season because of the pacing and like how this season has gone. And considering that they needed to do something with him to give him a happy ending, it makes sense that they put him with Denise, and they did do a good job with it. And so it's like, I'll take it. I'll take that over him cursing everybody off and like banging half of the catering staff, which is, I feel like what the alternative would have been. That ring went places. Jenny did say it can be used as a stack ring. That ring went places. Jenny did say it can be used as a stack ring. Did she say that? I didn't see that. Yeah, I mean, it's a small band, so you definitely could stack it. I didn't know that they were making a movie. That's surprising. Oh, Haley, you didn't know that? It's surprising. I didn't know that, but I'm happy that it's not ending. I'm glad. Thanks for telling me, Jessie. I did not know that. Thank you. Yeah, so last night at the Paris premiere, the finale watch party, they announced that the movie has been greenlit on Amazon Prime. Jenny will be writing and directing it. There's no release date, but yeah, it's definitely happening. So it's exciting. Very, very exciting. New stuff, new story. Boop, boop, boop. I don't know why they didn't try to make Adam a better father. Like, that man has been a shit father through the entire 3 seasons. Yeah, again, my biggest issue in the last episode with his and Adam's conversation was, I feel like Jeremiah was trying to convey to him, or wasn't trying to convey, told him, you only look at the money aspect of things, but you don't look at how you criticized me for backing out of the apartment that I was supposed to be living in with my fiance. Like, you don't look at the aspect of like this redoing this semester of school is going to be difficult for me, and I'm trying hard, and you're just like, you owe me thousands of dollars. Like, there's just never like a compassionate love aspect of things. And after all this time, I love how Adam's like, yeah, of course I'm proud of you, but like, you're just pissed off because I cut you off. And Jeremiah's just like, really? Like you still don't get it. You still don't get it. Like, they tried to do like an Adam apology where he was like, of course I'm proud of you. I've always been proud of you. I just thought it went without saying. Like, why would you think that, Adam? Why would you ever think that? Why would you ever think that? So it's like, it was like a half-assed apology. So I guess it's, again, the summer I turned pretty opinion. At least we got something. At least he tried, I guess. It was better than nothing, but only Jenny will be directing. That kind of makes me nervous. As far as we know right now, they might have like co-director or someone else jump onto the project, but as far as what I've read, they said it's Jenny writing and directing, because they said it was like her first time, aside from, I think she did episode 5 There were maybe one or two other ones that she helped with, like as far as directing, but I think she did all of episode 5 by herself, which was a great episode. That conversation with Jer in the last episode feels unearned because he has always been horrible to Jer, and now suddenly we find out that he has always been proud. What? Yeah, half-assed indeed. Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, again, it's Adam thinks that he deserves respect, and he doesn't. He's never earned it. He's never proved that he deserves it. Like you're still bringing the fucking champagne, bro. Again, like it's like it's funny. They're bringing comedic factor to it. It's comical, it's funny, and I really am laughing at it, and the TTs are hysterical. But like you brought the champagne to Thanksgiving. It was a big thing where Jeremiah was like, "Why did you do this?" And he was like, what's the problem?" Even if you didn't see a problem with it after Jeremiah said something, you know that he said something and had a problem with it. So what do? You then bring a case of it to his pop-up restaurant that you weren't even invited to. And then you're like, "What? I brought champagne." Like, Adam, you run a company. You're not that stupid. You're not. So it's like you're either a gigantic a-hole on purpose or you are that dumb, I guess. Because how could you not know that what you're doing is not right? How could you not know? But he's also a narcissist, and I love he walks up and he's like, "Surprise!" And Denise comes in. She's like, "Is this a bad time?" And he's like, "Only if it's more bad news." And she's like, "Ugh." And then I saw Adam's face and I was like, "Oh no, it is so bad news." Yeah, I guess they were trying to make it comical, but come on, dude. Like that's like the champagne, like that's comical. But the him being like, "I thought you knew I was proud of you." I was like, "What? What do you mean it went without saying?" Like how I don't know. Again, like I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. It's exhausting. It is so exhausting. Like even Laurel's called him out a bunch of times now. You know, where it's like why are you doing this or why are you doing that? And like he just sits there and acts like he's so oblivious. Like he truly has no idea. Okay, Adam, whatever you say. This weekend, me and my dad and I are going to watch the Chucky season 2 of the TV show, and I'm happy to have a movie night this weekend, and I'm really happy this weekend. I love Chucky. Um, I really, really liked the first season. The second season was really good. I wasn't crazy about the third season. I still liked it. Um, but it actually got canceled, so there's only 3 seasons. I was really sad that it got canceled. Chucky's one of my favorite horror icons. I actually did reactions to Chucky. They are fully edited on YouTube and fully unedited over on Patreon. And I dress up. In season 1, I dressed up as Chucky. In season 2, I dressed up as Tiffany. In season 3, I dressed up as Nadine. But you don't meet Nadine until season 2, I believe. All right, guys. Well, I ran over my time limit. I just realized it's midnight. Robbie's probably like, "I am freaking exhausted. What the hell is she doing?" So I'm going to head off, but I love all of you for being here. Thank you so much. I am going to try and be on tomorrow because my dad and my little dad and my little brother are going to a Chinese restaurant, and it's really fun. I love Chinese food. That's my favorite. That's my favorite too. Chinese and Japanese. I love hibachi. Hibachi is like That's my really, really, really high favorite. But I do like Chinese food as well. Chicken and broccoli and chicken and cashews are my go-tos. Gotta get pork fried rice, dumplings, and I love wonton soup and egg rolls. Now I'm hungry. All right. Good night, ma'am. It's 4 a.m. there. Oh, yeah. It's midnight here. All right. Mwah. I love all of you. I'm going to try and be on tomorrow. I'm going to try to do like 6:30. I will be off by 8 because of Big Brother. But maybe we can all sit on this a little bit more, talk some more tomorrow. But I hope everybody enjoyed the finale, and I hope you all had a good time. If you haven't watched the reaction, go react to it. If you want to, you can. Go watch it. Oh, hi, Wendy. I just watched your video and I just wanted to say I love your takes. Good night. Thank you for popping in. Thank you for watching. Yeah, we're gonna try to go on tomorrow around like 6:30 EST. So if you can join us then, come on in. But good night. I love all of you. Have a good night.